She will love. Gay. Ah.
You okay, buddy?
She will love. Gay. Ah.
Yes.
Just cheers. Not so fast, Merrick. All right. Now it looks like Havoc's streaming right now too. Well, competing with him is going to be rough, but all right. Anyway, let's go ahead and make this public. Done. Save. All right. Let's get started. Let me go get my pooter so that I can see chat too. Come on now, wake up. There we go. Okay, pull up, pull up.
Starting to roll in.
Good. I'm just finishing up here, and then I will be ready to go. It is finally time to look at the Ocelotl bottle gobble. Coon.
Oh, is that what we're calling him now?
It's totally what we're calling him. Alright, I got the stream going on my own pooter so I can read chat, even if only a little. What is up, folks? What is up? People rolling in. This is good. This is good. Let me adjust my microphone and my pooter. Here we go. Lark, you good?
Yep.
Got the stream up and running?
Yep.
Awesome sauce. Well, let's not waste any time. Oh, what's this? The Vikings! What? The Vikings won! I can't Lark, the Vikings won. The Vikings, can you believe, what?
Well, wonders never cease.
I can't believe it. Dude, who would have seen that coming? Who would have seen that coming? I would not have seen that coming.
Next, the sun will rise tomorrow.
I know, right? Alright, so we're going to play some Dominion. We're going to start with PvP. But if things get toxic, as I am almost certain they will, we will switch to PvAI. Because I don't want to cringe tonight. I don't want to sweat tonight. I just want to have fun. I want to have fun.
We like to have fun is what we're doing at.
Yes. We want to have fun. Because F is for... I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that. Because then that song will be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. And I don't want that to be. I don't want that to be the case. Wow, we're taking a while to load up. Lots of... There we go. My goodness. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put money that most everyone is going to be in Ocelotl. Most everyone. I'm
guessing at least 75%.
At least 75%. I think there will be 3 Ocelotl on each team. Let's go ahead and put money on that. There will be 3.
We got 3 on ours.
Yep. Got 3 on ours. Well, we got 2 on ours right now because the other ones haven't decided yet. I'm going to go ahead and bet. Alright, that's the one thing I don't like about when a new hero comes out. Everyone plays the hero for a while and it gets very stale. I look forward to when the hero loses its novelty and they start, and we start seeing a bunch of various warriors showing up. Hello, Hannah. Raven, do you not like the SpongeBob song Fun? It just gets stuck in my head. Oh my gosh, the enemy team only has one Ocelotl.
Is that even legal?
That is not normal. That is not normal. We've got 3, they've got 1. How is that? That means it's half and half. Wow, I was not expecting that.
A Roman fighting alongside a bunch of Aztecs. It's not something you see every day.
The Roman Centurion would probably beat the shit out of the Aztec Jaguars. Better armor, better military infrastructure,
pizza,
better pizza. That was the big thing. That was what I was looking for there. Better pizza. You can look. You know what? Mexican food is fine, but you can't beat an Italiano pizza. Am I right? My Italian brothers in the chat preach that. Preach that.
They're going, wait, this guy isn't even Italian. Rome had pizza? Rome actually, no.
No, we were joking because Rome's in Italy, and
they had something close to it, but like the first, what we would actually call pizza, was developed in Naples.
Well, then again, the Aztecs didn't have nachos either. No. So I guess we all can't. Oh, we're going right into the new map. Okay.
New map and asterisks.
New map with an asterisk. All right, let's go. And no, I haven't come up with a name for my Aztec Jaguar yet. I will work on it.
Please, with all the hype this new hero's got, can we please get a dual map on top of a Aztec temple? Please. I just thought of something. How was the Ocelotl able to communicate with the Horkos troops? As far as I know, they were never any degree of conversation.
My God, I think all that Challen did was dodge heavies and lights. I think that's all he did. Raven, you should call him Bob. No, Bob doesn't work as well. Pedro, let's name him Pedro. Just to be as absolutely insensitive as possible.
If we want to be as insensitive as possible, we call him Cortez Bizarro.
Run, Peacekeeper, run.
Actually, how about Zuma? Vote for Pedro. Name of Quetzalcoatl. We need more flying serpents for that. Hey, quit being me.
Got her, thank goodness. I'm not entirely useless. I was like, if I lose to this Peacekeeper, I am going to be very upset.
I could have sworn I saw Black Rain.
We getting Black Rain? That's a scary.
And the most recent Hoarder War, or apparently the pirates taught them English and also showed them a map to Heathmore.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Okay, I may love this hero, but the lore on him is some of the worst lore for honors ever pushed out. There are so many things that do not add up about this hero. There are so many things that don't. So the pirates taught them English. Why? Why did they do that? Okay, I guess you could argue so that it would be easier to trade with them. Okay, why give them a map to Heathmore? Why give them that map? And then if they know, why allow Horkos to go after them? Why allow them to destroy a potential trading partner? Why did they allow this? None of their lore makes sense. Their lore is absolute jack stupid. And I'll tell you why it's jack stupid. They wanted to dodge all the potentially offensive things about their culture and said, no. Oh crap.
Pirates just want money. Yep. Gosh, this lore is ass.
It is though.
No, ass tech.
Alright, first feat's activated. I do really like this feat now.
What are you, a podiatrist?
Very funny.
What, you like this feat? Glad, no!
I'll hide here for a second until he runs out, gets far enough away, and I'm back in. I'll be taking this back. It's all mine. Yeah, this feat has so much utility, it's insane. No, here's it. And please, Raven, reach out to the Ubisoft and get them to help you right below. They won't! Guys, I'm convinced that the reason they put that Historian in the most recent Warriors in was to counter me. Or people like me at the very least. because they've never brought a historian on before, but the only thing that historian contributed, the only thing he said was to point out, you know, we use history as a starting point, but it's not our primary point, you know? It's not the only thing we look at. And I'm like, that was intentional.
Yeah. Also, you gotta look at it from the company's perspective. Imagine if you had a company and somebody just emailed you out of the blue saying, hey, your writing is crap, I can do a better job, pay me. Probably not gonna get the job. Funny as that email might be, though. How are you enjoying the Ocelotl so far, though?
I entered that, I like it.
Well, he just got there. The enemy team is going to call the Ghostbuster. Yes, the next Viking hero will have a proton back.
But yeah, this lore is absolutely terrible. This is some of the worst lore I've ever seen in the game. It makes no sense. It destroys its own lore from the bottom up. Like, okay, so the pirates taught them English and gave them a map to Heathmore. Why on earth would they do that? The only reason I can think of is to be better trading partners. In which case, why on earth would they allow Horkos to go after them? Why would the pirates, who are allies with Horkos, say, yeah, totally, you can take these guys out. We don't mind. We don't mind you doing this.
Yeah. I think the real best lore they put out is the lore surrounding Griffin. I mean, yeah, Griffin's lore wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, got that kill.
Was that a bot, or did we just make a guy quit?
No, he probably just activated his first feat.
Well, we executed him, didn't we?
No, that wasn't an execution. If you do two bashes together, the second bash is pretty fascinating. Good move. But you're still dead.
And bonk. So I agree with Raven. They just brought out their historian just to spit in Raven's face.
No, literally, that's what I think they did. I think that they brought that historian down on because they despise me, because they absolutely hate me, and they want me to shut up because I keep pointing out how this could be historically more accurate. But no, they don't want to do that.
Can't respawn on the ladder? Don't tell me what I can and can't do, pal.
Respawn here, get my health back.
Kind of wish they could just go back to Chimera versus Horkos and keep it simple. I didn't necessarily need Chimera and Horkos back. I just want Horkos to go away for a bit.
Because not all pirates are Horkos. Mal, they were not called pirates in Bella's story. They were called marauders. Go back and read it. They were called marauders. They were very careful in their wording. Mal, I love you, man. You are one of my favorite fans. You're one of my best buds on here, and I know you care about the lore as much as I do. But I read it too. I know you're trying to defend this as best you can. But they called them marauders in the lore. They did not call them pirates. And you might say, well, that's tit for tat. No, they've always been very careful about terminology until now. There's a reason.
The most important about new here is that the dead markers on the top of the screen are broken unless you execute the hero. It just never works half the time.
Vela called them pirates, though. When? What? God.
I've been busy watching your content, man. Amazing content. Happy I subscribed. Shout out to Havoc.
Shout out to Havoc. Oh, dude, Havoc is probably the reason my channel got a huge spike in viewership.
Appreciate that, dude. No, he's still streaming right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's streaming right now, which means that if he's streaming right now, awesome. I'm glad for him. Like, he's definitely a better content maker than I am.
Let's see. Considering he's over in Manchester. You're doing a later stream than this.
Gonna be working on a special picture for you, Raven, so I won't stay long. Hey, man, appreciate the picture.
You like that? Hey, Raven, if I were to write a story set in the American South, what should I know?
That's a lot of area to cover.
Yeah, like, Is it like on the Eastern Coast? Is it in Florida? Is it around Texas? Is it in the Gulf Coast? And also, what time period? Because that's going to depend. We need more details here. What you think?
There we go. Got that kill.
I wonder, am I the first to watch For Honor while waiting for a table at Olive Garden?
You might be. I don't know.
Actually, no, wait. I think at one point you and I were actually watching a update at Olive Garden.
All right, how'd I do? I got 10 kills and one of our dudes got 20 takedowns. What monster are you? All right, here's my death whistle. It's not nearly as good.
They should have added the actual stream, man. It's not the same.
Me and my friends have been debating about your Nobushi vid. They're not agreeing. What aren't they agreeing about? I can try.
Which Nobushi vid? There's been a few.
Well, yeah, that's a good. Which Nobushi vid are you talking about? I think
it's the best girl, isn't it?
Is it my third one or my second one? And even so, what are they agreeing about? Maybe I can clear it up.
Hey, Raven Lark, if you were both Transformers, what vehicle mode would you turn into?
I don't even know.
An A10 Warthog.
Raven, when is the next Ultor and Ruth? I'm still working on it.
Birthday was yesterday, but we had something in the fridge, so that had to be eaten. So, yeah, all right.
Do you think they'll update Faction Wars so Vikings don't win all the time? No, they don't care enough to fix that. I'll be real honest.
Yeah, nobody, not even the Vikings, have cared about the Faction Wars since like what, year 3? It's kind of just an unspoken. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that still exists. The people that really care about it have switched over to Viking.
Yeah, no question. No question. Let's see. Dude, I found your channel through Havoc. I love your Heroes and History videos. Thank you, Raged Koala. And I'm glad that Havoc sent people over to me. Actually, I noticed that after Havoc made his Ruth video, I got like 200 subscribers like right there. I was like, what happened? So Havoc shouting me out was probably one of the best things to happen to my channel in a while. I really appreciate him for doing that. But yeah, but back on the point about the lore. Okay, let's say that not all the pirates are united and only a handful joined Horkos. Okay. Sure. When the lore, then therefore I would think that the lore should specify that some of the pirates did this or some pirates did that. It just seems odd to me because Bo Yin was established as like the leader of the pirates, wasn't she? Like, I would have thought there would have been some kind of differentiation, but who knows anymore.
Yeah, maybe there could have been different pirate fleets, like there were different legions.
Yeah, but they never say that. They just said that Bo Yin was the leader of the pirates.
Flesh some stuff out, dude.
I would love something from Greece, but they probably won't add that to the story. Well, at this point, they might. Here's the thing. They like to add characters based on audience asking. But given the fact that they gave hoplite armor to Griffin, I don't know if they're going to do that.
Yeah, I think Griffin was kind of an amalgamation because we got sort of a Varangian out of him with his Bardiche and some of his Viking sets. We got a little bit of Mongolian, sort of Korean armor off him. And we also got some Grecian armor.
Silly Raven, Bo Yin, and the other pirates aren't white, therefore they can't be evil. Ah! Of course.
I forgot.
If your skin color is white, then obviously you are evil. And it's like, oh, but she has slanted eyes. Ah, but that's the difference. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds awful, but that's the end of that sentence.
Yep. Hey, Raven and Larka, what is your favorite part of Fallout lore?
Lawrence, that's more your question. I'm not as into Fallout as you are.
Might make it easier for you then. It's like, the fact there's a computer on your arm, that's cool.
I mean, I guess I like the fact that it's post-apocalyptic and it's got a creative premise.
Oh no, your favorite part of Fallout lore is Curie.
That's Fallout 4 specific.
That's still Fallout.
True. I'm going to try to help out my bro up here.
I don't know. I think my favorite part of Fallout lore is that there was this guy with absolute genius level intellect, and he knew that he had enough time and resources to save one city in the continental United States, and instead of saving somewhere useful, he saved Vegas. That is my favorite part of the lore. And then he talks trash to me for getting sentimental about stuff.
Crap. Oh well, I got a kill at least.
When Ubisoft gets good management, Ubisoft, okay, all of you are crap at writing, so I'm hiring Raven Knight. Accurate, that acutely has knowledge of history and common sense. Now go to a drug, go do drugs for another city. Oh gosh, Raven, how would you feel if the Aztecs spared Conquistador Vela?
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
That would not only be a rehash of the last season, but also would be so stupid.
It's just gotten to the point that I love this new lore thing that someone showed me just today, that the leader of the Aztecs looked out at the sea thinking about his home, shed a single tear, and then went back to his work. I'm like, oh, so it's the Indian crying meme. They literally couldn't come up with anything better for this guy, so they gave him the Indian crying meme. But now I have more questions about that. So he looked out at his home and shed a tear. Aw, that's sad. I'm glad that he misses his home. Hold on.
Mal just dropped $5 saying none would stand in her way, not pirates, not that prisoner, and certainly not any members of the Alliance. Interesting.
What the? I parried! What?
Anyway, thank you, Mal.
Well, thank you for the donation anyway. Anyway, so what I was saying was, so more questions I have to ask. So you're thinking about home. Tell me, when you kill Vela, will you go home? You have no reason to stay. The whole reason you gave yourself up was so that you could spare your people, which means that your empire is still alive. Your people are still alive. They're waiting on you to come home so you can rebuild. Will you go home? Will you be leaving Heathmore to go home? The Magi didn't. I don't know why they didn't. They could easily go back to Egypt now that they got what they wanted. I don't know why they stayed. The Ephira, I don't know why they stayed either. Why don't they go home to rebuild? See, that's the thing. It's you came, you got your revenge. Why not go home now?
Bounce. Hey, Slim Psycho says, hey Raven, another person Havoc brought over. Just wanted to say I found your Ruth and Ultar story extremely enjoyable, amazing work. Also, do you have it?
Finally got ya.
Do you have an interest in making a Raider character?
I've got a Raider character, I just haven't made their legend yet.
So the answer to that question is yes. Raven, do you think Ubisoft were on drugs when making the lore for the Ocelotl hero?
Yes.
Hey Lurk, D&D was cancelled having relationship problems. Glad to catch the stream and keep the mind busy. Sorry about the D&D failure, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That does suck.
Magi stayed because of Heathmore's resources. Considering where he was from, I could buy that.
Yeah, I could buy that. I wish they said that. That's the thing. They never say that. And I mean, here's my other question. Here's something that I'm curious about. With the previous season about the Inquisition, they've established that there are citizens. Non-combatants, innocent people, right? That's now a thing we have? Non-combatants? Then that implies that these cultures, Aztec, Egyptian, Arabic, they have non-combatants and citizens who are waiting on their soldiers to come home, right?
Yeah, well, we've known about non-combatants since Apollyon kept them in the castle.
Agreed, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about why aren't they going home? What's happened to their home?
I bet if this was actually good writing, I imagine it would be just like they would have, like Arabia shouldn't be too far away. They should be able to go back and forth. But still, for the Aztecs, I don't know why they can't come over, wreck crap, get revenge, and then bounce back home.
It's a good question.
Because I mean, like Vela went back. Apparently, the pirates have navigated to the Aztec homeland many a times.
And here's something I'm curious about. Will there be an Ocelotl who decides to join Horkos? Because there was an Ephir that decided to join Horkos. That'd be very interesting. Hey, I know that they destroyed our homes and stole our stuff, but you know what? I think these guys have a point.
We did Judas Ocelotl. Wait, is one of the Ocelotl's named Horus? Yeah, so apparently the Vela and the Ocelotl were evenly matched, but the Ocelotl got the upper hand. Vela barely escaped with her life, and the Ocelotl said he wouldn't leave until she's dead.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Who else was cornered by the very people that was going to kill them and then got away? I seem to remember a certain Aphira cornering a certain Black Prior who she wanted to get revenge on, and they somehow got away. Gee willikers, Batman, is this a repeated offense?
It is, but at the very least, it isn't because, oh, I felt sorry for her. This time it was like, the lucky little bitch got away.
I'm sorry, this lore is terrible. Team Lamia and my Ocelotl should form their own order. Maybe they will. Maybe I'll have them team up.
I love how shamelessly passionate you are about the lore. Felt like I was the only one who really cared for it.
Hey Raven, when did you meet Abigail? Oh man, that was almost a year ago now. Met her almost a year ago, saved her life back then. It was a crazy time.
Oh, hey, Slanderous. He says Ocelotl. Would you prefer a salamander? Slandy in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. There was a question here earlier.
Oh! Here's the thing about Ocelotl that irks me. His moves are unique, but they are unrefined. And I find that... Oh, shoot. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that. But because of that, they're more telegraphed than I thought they would be, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I still enjoy them. I still enjoy this character.
Hey, Raven, what are your thoughts on the Outlanders being an actual faction now?
I'm annoyed by that. I am very annoyed by that. This has never been established previously. Here's the thing. When I thought about the Outlanders, I always thought that the Outlanders were just kind of the term for the other, or the foreigners. They have their own individual goals, their own individual reasons for being here. That's what they're here for. They're here for their own reasons. They're here for their own goals. They're here to make their own way in the world. They're not an organized group. They all don't necessarily like each other. They may individually care about each other, but they don't necessarily have a unified group. Now that we've established that the Ocelotl have been welcomed into the fold by the Outlanders, I'm like, oh, so they're a unified group now. Now, Mal has pointed out that I'm reaching with that assessment.
And that's what King just dropped $5 saying, Lork, Mazda Mundi is just a fat frog who died via headache in the end times. Changed my mind. I mean, yes, but that headache was responsible for exploding a moon, so... You're not wrong, but...
Wow, what teamwork on that. That was mean. I feel bad for that, but I will scream about it. Hold on. That was mean to me. I won't deny that.
Indeed.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of that change. Like I said, the lore for this hero is the worst thing about him. I still love playing him. He's still a boatload of fun. I'm having a ball. But I can't deny his lore is really trash. The lore for this season is terrible. And the problem is, it could have been better. Oh, what's this? Trading with pirates. As the Aztecs rebuilt their society and armies, they were frequently visited by pirates and merchants. Wait, okay. As the Aztecs rebuilt their society and armies, I guess that means after the cataclysm, they were frequently visited by pirates and merchants roaming the seas. Eventually, the Aztecs began to trade with them, learning to speak English and to sail as they did so. That explains how they knew how to sail. It doesn't explain why the pirates conveniently forgot about it.
Actually, that leads to another problem. Because here's the thing. This is as they rebuilt their society, so this is after the cataclysm.
Right.
So that means suddenly we have people making transatlantic and trans-Pacific voyages at about 1,000, 1,100, maybe 1,200 AD.
Yeah.
And so not only that, that means for about 800 years the Aztecs have had seafaring capabilities, but they never once decided to go visit anywhere else until this point.
That does raise a big problem. You're right. If they knew how to sail this whole time, why haven't they explored? The Aztecs were an expansive militaristic empire. They grew and conquered new lands and territories around them. Why didn't they expand?
And even if they are more peaceful, that doesn't explain why they wouldn't go on trade voyages of their own. Like, keep in mind, the Kingdom of Hawaii, once people started trading with them, they built their own ships and they went on trading missions of their own.
Here's the funny thing. People have been accusing me for a while. You just want the lore spoon-fed to you. I don't.
I wanted to make sense.
Like, here's the thing. I did not question why they followed Horkos or how they followed Horkos. I'm willing to extend my suspension of disbelief a little to say, okay, I guess in this world they're seafaring. I'll buy that. I don't need that explained to me. I'm not begging you to tell me why that is. But when you have it where the pirates have been aware of the Aztecs for this time, they've been aware of them, but Horkos didn't know they existed, and Vela was just kind of wandering the sea looking for them. Why didn't the pirates say anything? And if the pirates did know, why didn't they say, hey, you shouldn't attack them? They're our trading buddies. Maybe we could get them to work with us, you know? No, we'll just wipe them out. Why do this? That's something I want explained to me. Well, you just wanted spoon-fed to you. No, you're just coping.
I mean, if they wanted this to work, and you could explain why the pirates allowed this, or even why they might have helped the Aztecs get over here, it could have been the pirates said, okay, this is how you get over there, to meet our trading partners.
That would have made sense.
And then but when they got over there and they outright attacked the Aztecs, the pirates said, okay, you're hurting our bottom line, we're breaking our alliance with you.
Yeah, that would have made sense, and that if they add that, that would be that thing explained. I will be happy with that. Hold on.
My table's ready, so I'll see you after I eat. Enjoy Olive Garden. Honestly, I'm not going to get Ocelotl. He's just an Aztec caveman to me, and given that I have the choice between an armored knight and a samurai, I'm choosing the latter.
Okay. I'm not saying you should get him. But I think that the line that he's not good is a lie. I think he's great.
I do enjoy me some whack battle. Wasn't the Astera and Pirate Hero friends? Why not? Because I guess the pirates are friends and enemies with everyone.
Yeah, the pirates just make friends with everybody, don't they?
I'm assuming they win them over with their lovely sea shanties and rum. Sorry I'm late, what did I miss? Well, we're just discussing our feelings on the Ocelotl and his lore.
Yep. Sorry to ask you, but what are your thoughts on Powerwolf? I like them. They're enjoyable. I'm not denying it looks fun to play, it's just the customization.
Okay, fair.
Fair. I'll admit the only outfit I like on him right now is the Jaguar look.
Because, I mean, he'd be dripping there.
I keep forgetting you can't punish that miss.
Here, even Lurk, I feel like Ocelotl fights like a berserker, but better because no reflex guard. Your thoughts?
No, I wouldn't say he's necessarily a berserker. Honestly, if I had to compare him to anyone, I'd probably say more of an Aramusha with a few more steps.
And yet simpler.
Gonna heal up. Okay, I'm back to it.
Isn't
I don't think we'll win this one, though.
Isn't the Shard the main castle of Horkos? If so, why isn't Astria there to execute the Ocelotl right when Vela came back? Maybe she was on vacation.
I don't even know why they brought her back. And we already have one of ours quit. I love when they do that.
And why is the universal language English again? Considering that the Cataclysm happened in 1000 AD.
There are just so many problems. Like, for example, what are the Aztecs doing in 1000 AD? They didn't exist at that time. The Aztecs were not a thing.
Mayans would have been there, though.
The Mayans would have been, sure. And of course, you're just a history simp. Maybe because this game predicates itself on being historical. Maybe I care about the history.
The only problem with that is the pirates did attack Horkos after they wrecked the Aztecs.
They did?
But these are also pirates. Saying they should be allowed, saying they should follow Bohemian is like saying Spain should follow England. I don't get that analogy.
What? Okay, I'm confused by what you just said. When did the pirates attack Horkos? When did they do that? Are you talking about when Vela was returning? They were not called pirates. They were called marauders. The lore is very specific. They always differentiate pirates and marauders, so they're not the same thing. And second of all, what did you mean by that analogy of saying the pirates should always follow Horkos? It's like saying England should always follow Spain. England and Spain have never had any intention to follow each other. See, the thing is, I'm not saying the pirates should always follow Horkos. I'm saying they have an alliance. If they were allied, they should have known what Vela was doing and should have said, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe you shouldn't mess with our trading partners. The Marauders may as well be Vikings, agreed. Like, we don't know who the Marauders are.
The Marauders may as well be Vikings. They could be Vikings for all we know.
Let me show you my blow dart skill. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Hey.
Boop.
I'm pretty sure the faction started to speak English during the Truce of Wyverndale.
It's possible.
Yeah. Let's. Also considering that it would be 1000 AD, the
God, I keep forgetting I can't punish that.
Prior lore is going in a downward spiral for me because personally I don't think the devs care about that.
I disagree. I think they care. I just don't think they care about the right things. Because if they didn't care, they would have just said, oh, now we've added an Aztec hero, look at that. And they wouldn't have brought on a historian to try to counter people like me. They would have just said, here's what we're doing now, deal with it.
Come on, leave. Get out.
No, he's waiting because he knows that there's someone could come here. That's fine. I'll just get my health back and then deal with him. Oh, no, we're already breaking.
Never mind.
Well, we won the first two matches.
Don't the knights speak Latin? Yes, they do, and that makes sense.
Well, English is the universal language.
Yeah, but the knights speaking Latin makes perfect sense because the sort of, maybe not trade language, but the language of the educated class, and if you wanted to read anything in medieval Europe, was Latin. It would have been ecclesiastical or Vulgate Latin, but it would have been Latin nonetheless. Do you think Ubisoft should do some sort of 66 purge? It could be done to anyone, but I think it's a drastic change like that would be cool. It's hard to say who would need to be taken out and who would really need to replace them to fix something. And yet it makes no sense as modern English that they speak it, and this game didn't even come about until hundreds of years later, or particularly since it seems that the dominant language in Asheville is Latin. Exactly our point.
Yep. Thanks, Kyoshin. You're playing the most shit character in the game. Keep emote spamming. I mean, you like spam, you might as well emote spam, too.
Have you ever read the Conan the Barbarian books by Robert E. Howard?
Nope, I haven't read those.
I haven't read any of the Conan Barbarian books, Robert E. Howard or otherwise. Essentially, the evidence that the Marauders were called pirates with Vela's quote.
Okay, in Discord?
I assume so. Also, what I mean when I say that because Bo Yin is a pirate queen, so all pirates should follow is like saying the King of England should be followed by Spain because he's a king.
That's not a very good equivalent, because the better equivalent would be that's like saying all people who speak English should follow the King of England because he's the King of the English. That would be a better comparison. Saying that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, that analogy doesn't work very well now.
We get where
I know what you're trying to say, but that's not a good analogy. As an English teacher, I have to give you a C for that analogy. But moving on from that, what's the? Let me see Discord. Let me see what you sent so that I can check that. You sent it in Discord, so I'll check it out. Let me see. Where did you send it, bro? I don't see it. Is it in general chat? For Honor, Ask Raven, maybe an Ask Raven. Where'd you send it, bro? I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, Dale Expert just dropped $20 saying to Raven and Lark, who do you think is the most arrogant person in Warhammer, Cetra, Nagash, or the Emperor of Mankind, Big E?
I'm
gonna cast
Cetra, I would probably say.
I'm gonna have to go with Nagash, but Cetra it's almost a tie.
Yeah, those two very much tie each other. The reason I don't say Big E is because he never once called himself a god, and that would be the peak of arrogance. If Big E called himself a god, he would be the peak of arrogance. It wasn't in Discord, it was in Super Chat. Oh! When did you...
It was in Super Chat?
It was in Super Chat? I don't think we ever got it. Hold on.
So that's why what you read was so clunky. I mean, what I read was so clunky. It said, no one would stand in her way, not pirates, not that prisoner, and certainly not a member of the Alliance. I thought you were trying to...
Okay, read it again, Lark. No one would again stand in her way.
No one again... Gosh dang it, wrong Super Chat.
No one again.
No one again none would stand in her way. Not pirates, not that prisoner, and certainly not any member of the Alliance.
Okay. That's... Okay. I can see why you say that now, but I would use your own terminology, Mal, and call that a reach. Okay, I would call that a reach, because when she says pirates, it doesn't necessarily we don't know it necessarily refers to the Marauders. Because here's the thing, that may be a lore order there, but at the same time, in the lore, when it says who's attacking her ships, it does not ever say pirates, it just says sea Marauders. Why not just say pirates? Why not just clear that up and say pirates? Wouldn't that be a lot easier? I'm not saying you're wrong, bro, I'm just saying they could have cleared this all up. The terminology is whack.
Also, when they just say that the Marauder like fell into the ocean, didn't they just why didn't they describe any of them using guns?
Yeah, that's another good question. Like, wouldn't it be easier that way?
Like if you're right, Mal, good, but the problem is they do need to do a better job of addressing this.
Right. Agreed. Hey guys, how's Ocelotl? I'm enjoying him. I'm not good at him, but then again, I'm not good at For Honor, so. Oh, they were all waiting to drop down on me. There we go.
Wait, nope, they're going to try to pull you in, and then the other one's going to drop. I don't know how Chimera is even losing with all the when they control all of Asheville except the Shard and most of the Mire. Yeah, that's a great question. It's almost like it's poor writing.
Oh, hey, Magi, damn it. God, I'm bad at this game.
Oh, hey, Aaron.
Raven, you are much better than me at For Honor. I hope not. I hope I'm not better than you, because I don't know what that says about you. I am garbage tier at this game. I went through a whole match, like, I swear to you, I went through a whole match where my team all got kills in the 12s, 13s, stuff like that. I was the only one on my team to not get a single kill. I died 9 times. We still won the match. It was not thanks to me.
Or Mark, there's a better explanation. The sun, of course. The sun was the enemy the whole time. The Aztecs figured this out, that's why they stopped their sacrificing. They wanted to stop feeding the abomination that is the sun. That would sound like something Ubisoft would write. I'm the water at the bottom of the trash can, Bat. Oh, I'm right there with you, buddy. The volcano was the true enemy.
God, what? Okay.
I just tried DVD and wow, it's toxic.
Oh yeah, DVD is the most toxic game I've ever played. It really is.
Yep, and he hasn't even played League of Legends.
DVD is just so hard to play because it is so toxic. And right now, I agree with Spook and Jukes, it is heavily Survivor favored.
Yep. Only once have I ever been on DVD and said, yeah, this is favoring the killer more. Only once in like the, 7 years it's been out? Whose lore is better, Aphira or Ocelotl?
I'm gonna say Aphira.
It's not like either one's particularly great, it's just one's slightly less terrible.
There we go.
That's one way to do it.
I figured out that Peacekeeper strategy now.
That is almost toxic as League of Legends. Oh yeah, I know both of them are incredibly toxic, but like I remember playing the dang bots. I got like a buddy said, hey, you should get on League of Legends. We should play together. I was like, okay, so I got it and I was trying to figure out the game. So I was playing against bots, and keep in mind, like first time ever playing, and this guy was like, oh my gosh, you suck so much. Why are you like stop playing around? Like I knew. I've never played this before.
All right, I'll say this, Mal, because you're saying it's in the short story. Okay, I'll go back and read it. Here's the thing, bro, though. Even if you're right, and I'm willing to concede that you're right, I'm willing to concede it. Will you tell me with a straight face that this lore is fine? That's my big question. Let's say you're right and it is the pirates. Okay, fine, it's the pirates. Will you say that the lore is fine? Because I challenge you, even if it is pirates, okay, it's pirates. That still begs a lot of questions, bro. There's a lot of problems with this, and that's why they brought in that historian to try to make up for it.
I wonder how the old Crusader Knights would react if they actually made the volcano an uncontrollable area. They would lose their minds. Because that's all they cared about, that dang volcano. Sacrifice every other scrap of land in Asheville, but as long as we kept the volcano, we need our spicy rocks. Hope a nerf comes for this guy, because for me, Dominion is so unplayable with all the Forsaken first. Feats feels like the Warmonger fiasco all over again.
I'm pretty sure something will happen to that feat to nerf it a bit.
Yeah, typically anytime any game like releases a new something, they kind of make it a little bit more powerful than they need to entice people to use it. And
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm sure they'll keep an eye on it. And I'm not trying to be mean to you, Mal. I'm not. I'm really not. But this is our second discussion on the lore, and I'm kind of like, I don't see how you can be so forgiving of this lore.
Mal is more merciful than we are.
I mean, I get it, you know, there's always got to be a devil's advocate, but me at the same time, I'm kind of like...
Well, you know, iron sharpens iron. Sometimes
yeah.
You have to discuss things, you know. But hey, to his credit, he did go and was like, I got the receipt.
That's fair, and I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. Maybe I misread something there. Maybe it really was pirates. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'm willing to acknowledge that. I'm totally willing to. But even if you're right, Mal, I still see some problems.
No, you can post that Jedi. That's funny.
Opinion on his Stalker stance? Yeah, of all the things in his moveset, I hate his Stalker stance because it's nothing. Okay, Stalker stance is only usable in a ganking setup where you can take your opponent by surprise. It needs more to it. I think it should apply bleed, or I think that maybe it should, I don't know, maybe you can, I'm trying to think of the best way to look at this. I feel like it needs something. Right now, it's just not good enough.
No, I'm not saying it's fine. It's poor writing. What I'm saying is, if you're going to critique it, then at least don't spread misinformation. Not saying you were doing it on purpose, but just like don't spread misinformation in general. We get that. We get you. He's still saying he's still saying, oh, it's got problems. He's just saying he wants to make sure we're not misunderstanding.
All right, that's fair. Agreed. I can stand with that. Not trying to spread misinformation, just based on the reading I've done. But even with the things that you're saying, Mal, even if what you say is all correct, I still say that it's got a lot of problems, and I say that the lore needs a definite fix. I think one of the biggest problems I have with the lore, if I had to say one thing, and I think, Mal, you would even agree with me on this, if there's one thing that needs to be fixed about the lore, like 100% needs to be fixed about the lore, it is the fact that they are trying so hard to divorce history from it. That's why they brought that historian on the Warrior's Den, to basically say, we do use history as a starting point, but then we kind of go off of that. And I'm like, no, you blithering idiot, no. You should do everything you can to make history a part of their lore. That's something that I'm like, you made this game specifically to adhere to historical characters and warriors, right? Historical cultures. Why would you just use history as a jumping off point? It's almost like saying, yeah, we'll start with history, but look, okay, I'll say this. I'm not so much of a history simp that I need the Jaguar Warrior to look exactly like a Jaguar Warrior. Because if I were a full history simp, I would say, okay, he should have on a helmet with his Jaguar suit. Because they didn't wear Jaguar face masks, they wore Jaguar helmets, like made of actual hard material. They wore cotton gambeson. They wouldn't run around with a spear and maquito. They'd have a maquito and shield, or a two-handed maquito. They wouldn't do this combo. I would critique a lot more if I wanted to be anal about this, but I don't. I don't want to be anal about this. I know that we got to go. I know that we can't make everything historically accurate. But the fact that you deliberately admit, yeah, we do take some historical liberties. I'm like, you mean completely divorcing history? Because I know why they did it. Because they're trying their hardest to say, hey, we're not going to bring up the human sacrifice aspect. And here's the thing. About the human sacrifice thing, I want to say this. Joking aside, I'm not going to joke here, I'm going to say this. Human sacrifice was a part of Aztec culture. It was a part of Mesoamerican culture in general. Now, how much they sacrificed is debatable. The Spanish definitely over-embellished it and over-dramatized it to demonize the Aztecs. But to be clear, the Aztecs didn't do themselves any favors, because they overemphasized how much they did it. And based on physical evidence that we have found, we have discovered that they did do it a lot. They did do it a lot, probably more than most other Mesoamerican societies.
Simp, you keep using that word, and I think it means what you think it means. Yeah, we got to tell them that too, but the simp's kind of become a buzzword now. So also, it's coolness, man. It used to be cool, it is. Listen, I'm just saying the event for the season should have been going to El Dorado. Oh, that would have been fun.
It would have been.
I was saying, so they get sacrificed.
So Shaman gets the cool heart ripping out sacrifice. We don't. Raven, is the paint pattern you're using Florida? Yes, it is.
Because we must unlock Florida.
Okay.
Again.
Going to play devil's advocate in regards to the Aztecs ditching sacrifice and say it makes some sense considering the civilization surrounding them all died. They simply wouldn't be able to keep up with a number their historical counterparts would have. Yeah, let me respond to that with this. If they learned seafaring capabilities from the pirates shortly after the cataclysm, they could have sailed to new lands to get sacrifices. They had evidence that the pirates existed and seafaring merchants existed. So why not go to other lands to get their sacrifices?
Also, they could have toned it down to Mayan levels where they did it maybe like once a month and was more of an irregular thing rather than the everyday thing. Raven, you forget, it's okay for Vikings to be savages.
Did the Aztecs really sacrifice 20,000 people a year? Probably not 20,000. We could probably go lower than 20,000.
How did they make the across the sea in these canoes? They probably didn't do it in canoes. They probably did it in something.
Well, we see canoes over there in the water on this map.
I'm assuming they're using those to get off their main ships.
Because if they actually travel across the sea in canoes, we've got problems.
Can you at least use like what the Maori used for sea travel, please?
I don't think the first feat is broken. I think that it needs tweaking. But yeah, look, there are the canoes.
The Aztecs didn't want to risk being followed and getting invaded.
Lark, there are the canoes.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume those are just from a boat.
They better be from another boat, because if they actually travel across the sea in those, I'm going to laugh. Because that's funny.
Like, forget the raising from the dead mechanic. That's the real magic right there. But yeah, I still... Okay, the Aztecs didn't want to risk being followed and getting invaded, question mark? Probably, but they can't really use that as an excuse because the pirates and their merchants figured out where they were, so their location would have been known for potentially 800 to 1,000 years. So there's no reason why they couldn't just go out and start grabbing people for sacrifices.
Raven, Ubisoft said the Aztecs learned English through foreign sea merchants. Yes, I saw that. It's stupid. It's stupid, but even if we believe it, it begs a lot of questions.
I would have toned down the sacrifice to maybe once a year. Once a day sounds a bit excessive. It would have been. That's why I was suggesting they should maybe have gone with the more Mayan number, where each like Mayan city-state would typically try and sacrifice about once a month. And typically, if they sacrificed a human, it would be something like a big prisoner, like a war chief. Playing Ocelotl feels different compared to the other heroes. He's like a rushed-down character, while Medjai is more like a juggernaut / berserker.
I can see that.
The first feat probably needs a longer cooldown, like 200 seconds to make. Sounds too long, but for how powerful it is, it would make sense.
Why did I hit the wall? What happened there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes, like, okay, why?
I don't even know what happened. That was
I
bizarre.
remember one time I was swinging at a guy. The wall was on the other side, but yet somehow I still impacted. Like, he was in between my weapon and the wall, but still, it hit the wall and knocked down.
You gotta be careful with the JJ. He's not stupid. Ah!
Yeah, cooldown is definitely necessary, like something like Last Laugh. Yeah.
Oh crap! I thought that I could parry that, but for some reason I'm not parrying right tonight.
Are you still in performance mode?
No, I'm not in performance mode. I switched off that. I tried performance mode. I didn't notice much of a difference.
Gotta drive back home. You be safe, tree dude. Playing JJ on this map is a nightmare with the weapon collision. Oh,
has anyone had trouble with parrying not responding? Yes, I've had that problem. There have been a few moments where my parrying has just not hit. It has been bizarre.
The lore didn't make it clear who won the Battle of Eclipse, Chimera or Horkos. Well, Horkos won, but by a slim margin, apparently.
Crap! But yeah, I do feel like there's a parrying problem now.
Good heavens, thankfully I'm not the only one.
I hate the last laugh feat. I also think that Ocelotl is a bare bones character. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Slander has said it in his stream that he hates the moveset of the hero. I'm gonna say this. I don't hate it. I think he's fine. I really do think that he's okay. I don't have a problem with him. I don't need every hero to be brand new. I don't need every hero to have brand new abilities. I want them to feel good when I play them. I want them to have... Hold on. Crap. Anyway, I don't necessarily need them all to have brand new movesets. I don't even mind if they have similar movesets to other heroes. Like, I wasn't upset when Warmonger came out, and Warmonger had various moves that were similar to others. It doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me is when you have a hero who just feels boring to play, and I don't feel like Ocelotl's boring to play. He's fun. His feats, while a little odd, are still entertaining. I think his combination of, hold on. Thank goodness. I thought that Highlander just screwed it up. Hold on a second. I need to scream over that one.
I really want an actual death whistle.
Yeah, I know. I do think that his first feat needs a cooldown, or at least make it a second or third or fourth feat. There we go.
Because Tier 1 could definitely use a cooldown. Me and my team just kept respawning in their zone, not allowing the enemy team to unbreak. We just kept throwing ourselves into them like a mindless horde. Yeah. There you go. Was that the death whistle? Yeah, you just saw the death whistle.
Yeah, that was the death whistle.
Yeah, and that's my big problem with it. Like if you know about the Dasek death whistle, you know it doesn't sound like that. Like, it's called the death whistle for a dang reason.
We still killed him. We still killed him, boys. Good job, Vlad. Good job. You took two with you, but we still took you.
We're back, baby.
And we're back up. This is why it needs a cooldown, because now we just respawn right back on the zone and we start healing right away. That's why that needs a cooldown, boys.
Good use of the catapult, though.
It was a good use of the catapult. That was clever. And if you were fighting any other heroes, that would have been good. But Ocelotl can do this now. They're all quitting now. I can't blame them. Yeah. Speaking of which, should we switch to Breach after this?
Yeah, it's about 9:30.
It's about that time.
Yeah, it's time.
I'm surprised we went PvP all night. I thought we'd have to quit because of toxicity, but this wasn't too toxic.
I want his Aku mask. Alright. I heard like Kyoshin is my most hated hero, but the dang wall collisions is the true final boss. Like any gravity in Assault.
Dude, I despise Kyoshins. People saying, oh, it's a little bad. Kyoshin still exists. Ocelotl not worse. Ocelotl's the embodiment. Oh no! Anyway. You're not wrong.
Death is not an escape. I'm still coming for you.
That's exactly what it is.
If you do not execute them, he'll go, I'm gonna haunt you.
Before we move on, let me check and see if I can't edit Ocelotl at all. I still need to come up with a name for you, and I want it to be an Ocelotl name. I want it to be an Aztec name. The Ancestor Prize Club, it's kind of cool.
Chuck.
Chuck? You think you should name Chuck?
Pretty good. I want to call him like Zuma.
Montezuma?
You know what? No, just Zuma.
Zuma.
Or Monty.
Monty, my boy.
What are you living with? Aztec name of all. Keith.
Keith?
Keith.
Look out for Keith. By the way, is Hannah and Aaron still in the chat? I'm curious. So, Ravenite, how's the Ocelotl? I think we've been asked that 4 times. I love the Ocelotl, man. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. I guarantee that he will probably get something of a nerf or something of an adjustment to his feats, if nothing else. And I think his pounce attack is going to get a change. But for what he is right now, I'm having fun. Hence his name him Keith. I'm going to give him an actual Aztec name. Like, I'll nickname him Keith, but no. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for rights and freedom, then to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title, the United States Marines. I thought I dealt with you, pirate.
Yar har, fiddly-dee.
You stole my kill, you asshat.
Every time I hear about Montezuma, I think of Civilization. Yes, and how he always attacks me in the early game, and he always lives to regret it. Give him a complicated Aztec name, then say it's short for Keith.
Ha! Finally got a kill. Take that.
For those of you wondering, that is my favorite Ocelotl execution.
That is his. We'll look at all 4. We'll look at all 4. How many people do you think bought early access? A bunch.
So how do you think when bought early access, everyone on the team is an Ocelotl? None.
For $7.99, this guy's a steal. Hold on 1 second. Got to scream.
But I believe it's like next week he's for steal.
I'm willing to bet Aaron went to bed. I would have liked his thoughts on the Aztec, but whatever. Because I know he was looking forward to the Ocelotl.
Give him a brave and strong name, like Timmy.
Timmy. Crap!
That pirate does not like you.
Yeah, I was killed by another pirate. Why, pirate? What did I do to you? I thought we were friends, pirate. I thought we were allies, pirate.
P-rat.
Hold on. 4, 3, 2,
I was confused by those lyrics. The song implies Montezuma was a place, but I've never been able to find proof of this. I get the shores of Montezuma's land I was confused from. It's like, from the halls of Montezuma. What they're referring to is because in the Marines, as a part of the Mexican-American War, attacked Mexico City, which is close to where Tenochtitlan was, and the most famous ruler of Tenochtitlan was Montezuma. So they're literally saying the halls belonged to Montezuma, and we have been in those halls. We may have wrecked some of those halls while we were there. No, it's specifically referring to the halls of. It's specifically referring to Mexico City. And when it's saying like the shores of Tripoli, it's a reference to the Barbary Wars. Yeah, it's halls of Montezuma.
Why did you have to repeat that 3 times, bro?
Well, it was from a thing because he was under the assumption that it was.
No, but you've repeated that 3 times.
I have to make sure it's true. It's a teaching habit because if you say it once, a few kids might get it. If you say it twice, a couple of them might. Say it several times and make sure it gets across. How's Assassin's Creed Valhalla going?
Screw that game.
I guess how many furries are in my new D&D group I got hauled into? Let's see. How many of them are Tabaxi? How many? Or did they get like the extra like lion ones? Wasn't there a glitch in Civilization where Gandhi would go from 0 to 100 and start making nukes? That was in the original one? Yeah. Why do you not like Valhalla?
It's terrible, really. It's not an Assassin's Creed game by any metric.
And again, it comes down to writing.
The writing is just bad. Ubisoft needs better writers.
They really do.
I liked AC Valhalla, but I haven't played any other AC game. That's probably a trend. Like, the less AC you've played, the more likely you are to like AC Valhalla.
Furry and D&D fans are redundant terms at this point. Lark, I feel like you've just been insulted.
Yep, I have yet to play a furry.
Like, Lark loves D&D. He plays it every week. He's not a furry.
Yeah.
I just thought of something that this would be funny and annoying for Raven. Every time Hannah sneezes, Raven turns into female Raven.
I feel like that's ripped off something.
I think that comes from the anime To Love Ru.
Why would I love Ru? I haven't even met him. Honestly, I preferred it when the sun was the main antagonist. Well, don't they bring that back in Valhalla? Is that like what's something they're trying to do?
I do sneeze a lot in the morning.
Oh, that would make your morning commute.
That would make my mornings very messed up.
The sun. Like, I haven't really played D&D before. You got to find a good group of fellas to work with. Are you planning on getting Baldur's Gate 3 for PC or PS5?
Sure. I can't think of it. You literally stole the kill for no other reason than to just steal my kill, you absolute ass.
Ass tech. See, I used the line, guys. But yeah, I got a buddy that wants to play it, so I'll probably get it. If it's crossplay, that'd be even better. Ditch the gender bender. When Raven gets yelled at for no reason, he'll turn into a were-raven bear. Oh, like an owl bear? I like it. Gonna have to make that. The only AC game I played is Unity, and that was for 2 missions before I got confused and bored.
Tell you what, since everyone's saying Keetle is the Aztec word for Keith, I will name him Keetle.
Or Kodal.
Kodal? That's very unoriginal, but okay.
Kotal.
It just has to have a letter L and T in very odd places. Stop stealing my bloody kills, you ass. Okay, this guy's just an asshole. This guy's just an asshole. He is stealing all my kills just to do it. God. Raven, what's funny is that I've never even heard of this anime, and what?
Until now?
What anime?
To Love Ru. I believe because there's a character in the show, like he's an alien.
Good, I hope this is pirate.
He's a guy, but like when he sneezes, he turns into a chick, and when she sneezes, he comes back.
I hate him. I hate him.
It's like, go away.
Like, he deliberately tries to steal kills from me. It's getting very annoying.
Mictlantecuhtli is the god of death residing over Mictlan. The demon one might be Huitzilopochtli. Are you recommending it?
Are you recommending a game or something?
Like, Mictlan sounds like a cool name. Why does Ocelotl turn to a ghost upon death? That's his first feat.
That's his first feat. I don't know why they did that.
I can't explain the lore reasons for you.
Can we go back to having Knight, Viking, and Samurai themed seasons for a while? Well, next season's supposed to be Wulin themed, and the season after that is supposed to be Viking themed, so you'll get your wish.
Does that mean we're getting a Wulin Elite Scout? Or
I believe so.
Cool. More sun for the sun god.
I hate fighting bot 3 sometimes.
It can be difficult. Yeah, she wasn't using it anyway. Watch the Viking hero be an outlander in disguise. Oh, if they do that, the Vikings will be pissed.
No, the Vikings are already pissed because they know it's going to be female gender locked.
Okay, more of the Vikings will be pissed. Ray, the newest free weekend trailer shows Wulin minions.
Do they? I need to look at this. Will the Wulin finally get a place on that? No, they won't. No, they won't.
That's not even a joke.
Ha! Finally, I got a kill that you didn't. I feel good about that.
It just occurred to me that a very valid cry for the Aztec was blood for the sun god.
Ha!
Don't know what they do with the skulls, though.
Hooray! Imagine Ubi makes non-gender locked heroes. I think we're done with non-gender locked heroes from Ubisoft.
I just don't think they're going to do it again. Too much work for them.
Well, now that we live in a society where anyone can be whatever gender they dream up, what does it even matter? After all, they no longer call them male or female genders, they call them type 1, type 2.
Yes, I too am a type 1. You have a Dragonborn D&D character. What class is he or she? He is a barbarian totem warrior. Hey Raven, what's the worst case of character assassination you've ever seen?
Everything from Hollywood recently. The Indiana Jones movies, the Luke Skywalker.
I'm going to have to go with Luke Skywalker on that one.
Could Aztec weapons really decapitate a head? Probably not in one swing, but yeah.
Give the old college try, put some elbow grease in there, and that head will come right off. That's kind of why I like the sawing motion.
Because like right here, I could buy this as decapitating.
But yeah,
I just wouldn't do it in that direction. Like, it's the same reason you don't cut wood with a knife that way. One of the first things you learn in wood carving in Boy Scouts.
Can we have Phil Swift come out after you cut the head off and like try and show the power of flex state by putting it back on? Nick Fury in Secret Invasion was a character massacre. I bet. But I refuse to watch anything Marvel now. Because I know it's going to be garbage.
There needs to be a Lin Kuei hero for the Wulin.
Lin Kuei.
The Lin Kuei. They're more like ninjas than they are Chinese warriors.
Robot. Best part is a impressed. There better not be babies about it. Phil Swift is too powerful for our expanded universe.
Well, I got 19 kills.
Hey, we'll take that.
I'll take it. Because after all, we are just trying out the hero tonight. And I've been having a great time with Ocelotl. I've heard a lot of other content creators are having fun too. Havoc, I think he's still streaming. And then we got Marco Yolo was having fun with him. Nova King was having fun with him. I'm pretty sure that Zany came out of retirement just to try him out. Yeah, I think everyone's been enjoying Ocelotl. So the Lin Kuei are not ninjas. Oh, sure, they're not ninjas. They just dress like ninjas.
Havoc just says, yeah, he's decent.
Havoc just pops in. Hey, I'm here too. I'm sorry I didn't get to catch your stream tonight, Havoc. I saw that you were. I just didn't get to catch it.
He was making dinner.
At the time you were streaming, I was making dinner. I was making a wonderful piece de resistance. That's my French accent.
Even though the dish isn't French by any stretch of the imagination.
Never forget, waka, that's the French sound.
Of course. Glad
to have Havoc on tonight. It's awesome to have you. Sometime Havoc, whether it's a stream or not, I mean, it would be cool if we streamed it, but whether it's a stream or not, you and I need to just team up, just do some matches together. We can do it against players, we can do it against bots, I don't care which. We can.
Right, he says, you're good, huh? I just finished not long ago, tired now, though I thought I'd pop in and say hey and see how you feel about him.
Oh, dude. Okay, Havoc. I'll tell you like I've been telling everyone else. I feel like he's amazing. He feels a lot of fun to play. I do feel like his Prowler stance attack needs some tweaks, like maybe add bleed or maybe add other moves out of it or maybe make it something you could flow into a little bit more. I feel like it needs a tweak or something because in one-on-one, it's almost useless. It's only good in gank and surprise attack, so that's the one thing I'd fix. But other than that, I feel like his kit flows really well. He's very hard for me to read. I constantly mess up with him. I do notice I have some trouble parrying with him at times, but maybe that's just because I'm bad at the game and not a problem with the hero itself. His cosmetics are really cool. My personal favorite is the Jaguar look, but I can understand if some people aren't as fond of the other stuff. I agree with Marco Yolo's take that he's probably the only hero whose much brighter, vibrant colors look best on him. Like right now, I've got the Florida set, which looks really good on him.
Havoc says, yep, agree. I feel like he needs to be able to dodge out of it.
Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly, because I can't tell you how many times I've mistimed the time to get into it. I feel like you should be able to dodge out of it at the very least, or make it so that when you do the initial hit to do the base damage, when you're sliding the Ocelotl out, it does bleed damage too. That would be so good. I feel like that would really help it out a bit more, make it a little bit more playful, and add that bleed that everyone's asking for. I think that'd be excellent. Yeah, but genuinely, I'm having a lot of fun with him. I think he's really entertaining. I'm very excited to try him against other types of heroes, because right now everyone's playing him. So I'd like to try him out against like Lawbringers and Raiders and Warlords and stuff like that. Right now it's mostly just been other Jaguars, but I still really like him, so I'm having a great time. I know you have been too. I can tell you've been having a great time with him.
Also would like him to have the stealth property whilst in it. A few times I sneak up on to the point for a pouch. They just see me on the mini-map. I think stealth property would be
Yeah, that would be kind of neat. Add a stealth property to it. That'd be a great idea, actually. Add to that stealth factor about him.
Stealth factor 2, Mr. Sulu.
Ooh! Oh, no! Don't beat me out of it.
Florida is in America. Ocelotl is the only American hero, therefore he is Florida man.
Correct. But yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, Havoc. Also, Havoc, want to ask, since you played him so much now, what are your thoughts on his first feat now that you've gotten to try it out? We've been having a lot of talk in the chat lately about how whether it's broken or needs some tweaks. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a few tweaks, because one thing I've noticed is that it's very hard to move away from a zone and move around the map when you know that an Ocelotl could just pop up in there and start taking the zone back. Like, what are your thoughts on the first feat now that it's been used so much? I'm not saying I dislike it, because I really do like it, but do you think it'll be tweaked? Do you think it needs tweaks or fixing? Like, what do you think? I'd love your thoughts on that. Oh, come on.
See. Anyways, Raven Lark gonna head to bed. Good night. Havoc and Raven team up win. Good night.
I'll talk to Havoc about that on Discord sometime, see if he ever wants to meet up and just do a fun thing. It's a tough one, because in some situations it's busted, but in other situations it can be a hindrance. It's a controversial one for sure.
But I do not think it's as bad as people initially lost their minds over.
Yeah, oh no, I agree with that. I think that people saying it's a busted perk, it's killed the game. No, that's blatant overreaction. I don't think it's that bad. Does it need fixing? Probably. Will it get fixed? Most definitely. Is it game busting? Hell no. I love the feat. It's so fun. Better or worse, I like it. So definitely with you on that one. But I actually guys, you don't know this, but Havoc actually had to talk me down a little bit, because I told him I hated the feat too. But he said, dude, I know that it looks weird, but right now different and weird is probably what this game needs more than anything. So let's not hate on it just yet. Let's just see what it is first. And I was like, all right, Havoc, I'll trust you on this one, brother. But I'm still not scared,
Also, yes, definitely we need to get together soon, man.
Dude, yeah, I'll reach out.
Just gotta swim across the Atlantic.
Yeah, dude, just either I need to come to Manchester or you need to come to South Carolina. One of the two has to happen, man. We will make this happen, okay? We'll introduce you to some good, I don't know what you eat in Britain. I don't know how you survive over there given that cooking where your ketchup is vinegar. I don't know how you live with that. We're gonna need to introduce you to Southern style barbecue.
Listen,
we will save you from yourself.
Listen, I can assure you the English are fine. Some of the best restaurants in the world are in London. None of them serve English food, but they are.
The best restaurants in England never serve English food. That is correct.
Why would we cook? We outsource for that.
Why do we need to learn to cook? There's no reason to learn to cook.
He says so.
Actually, okay, Havoc, you may like this. I've had a few friends who came from Britain, and I tease them about the cooking all the time. And not one of them ever says, hey man, our cooking is actually good. You don't know. Like, you need to be there. No, all of them said, no, you're right. Like, our cooking's terrible. I'm not saying that to be mean. It's something I find so funny. I make jokes about the cooking, and no one checks me on it. No one says, hey now. I find that a bit, nope. Oh my gosh. I love it. Thai and Chinese food is better than anything else. I'm going to have to correct you there. Southern barbecue's incredible.
We're all right for fish and chips, but that's about it. Well, fish and potatoes is a classic.
Fish and potatoes just works out, you know. Like, whenever I have salmon, I do it with mashed potatoes, you know. Like, that's just something we do.
Of course, the way I prepare salmon is a little different from the cod that in haddock. I want to say haddock, but it's haddock. Britain conquered many places for their spices. Also, Britain used none of them. I think part of that was just like rationing in World War I and II. They kind of learned to go without them, and they're like, hey, it's cheaper.
All right, blow dart this guy. Boop. Look that. Boop. Try again. Boop. Unnecessarily roll. Boop. The roll is entirely unnecessary, and you will lose points.
Havoc, you need to come to visit South Carolina. CNN, this just in, Patriot 2 confirmed to be in production. Where's Mel Gibson?
Havoc comes down. I see what you guys left. Actually, I'll ask Havoc, have you ever, I know you've traveled outside of Britain, have you ever been to America before? You might have said in a stream or in another video, but have you ever been to America before? If you have, where have you been? And if you have not, where would you like to go? I might be able to tell you. Lark and I have been around the States.
Except for really the northeastern part.
Yeah, we did. I mean, the furthest, we went to D.C.
Yeah, I've been into Maryland and Pennsylvania, but that's as far north on the eastern seaboard as I've gone.
Only to L.A. for E3. Okay, so you were in L.A. Not the best place I would go to in the United States, but you know what?
As long as you didn't have to fight in traffic, you probably was okay.
Yeah, if you didn't have to deal with the L.A. traffic, it wasn't too terrible. I can think of worse places to go than L.A.
Yes, San Francisco.
If anyone ever says, oh, I went to the United States, I went to San Francisco, I'd say, you haven't been to the United States.
Enjoyed the piss and smell of drugs. He did
You were in L.A. Hey, he wasn't lying. He was in L.A. There you go.
It's a dead giveaway right there. That or Detroit.
Oh, L.A. is the cesspool. Well, okay, it's not the cesspool of America.
One of them.
One of them. There are plenty of others, mostly in the West.
We have a few in the Rust Belt. Don't leave Chicago and Detroit.
You know what? You are right. Chicago and Detroit, definitely up there. I also, Pittsburgh, definitely want to avoid.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's not as bad as some of the others, but yes.
True, but Pittsburgh didn't get its reputation on being a place of cleanliness and purity. Let's see. If you really want to go to a good spot, like I said, South Carolina, awesome place, got that good Southern hospitality. We'll even insult you politely. I know that sounds weird, but here's the thing. Y'all don't know this about the South. We will even insult you politely. Ever heard a Southern person say, bless your heart? They're insulting you.
Jack's got us right. Atlanta is also a cesspool.
Atlanta is a cesspool. There's got to be a tumor in every good body, you know? But my point being, if you come to the South and someone says, bless your heart, they insulted you. Because what they were basically saying was, I can't believe you tie your own shoes in the morning. I can't believe you came out dressed like that. But they're not going to say that to you. They're going to say, bless your heart. You go, oh,
I couldn't really travel around much, though, since there was on business with For Honor for the Shadows of Hitakiri showcase in the E3 stage. So it really wasn't holiday. Yeah, you were working.
Yeah, you were working. You were here on business. You didn't get to get the full experience. Well, come down here. Come visit us in South Kakalaki. We will show you what truly America looks like.
Or just go somewhere other than just the big cities. You gotta, like, America's got some beautiful spots. Like, imagine going to visit the UK and only seeing London. I mean, sure.
If you went to the UK and only saw London, that's a waste of time. It's like going to France and only seeing Paris. Like, God, that's a terrible way to get introduced to Paris. I've been to Europe. I went to Paris. Oh.
Germany would have a fit.
They would, though. They would, no question.
And again, they get a fit when I don't recycle properly, so what are you going to do?
For sure. Better than seeing Wales? Ooh, careful. Careful, because Manchester's pretty close.
I remember watching BBC, just random television. I got the strong impression a lot of people hate the Welsh. And I didn't get why.
Zany was going to play For Honor but make no videos. However, when he saw the Ocelotl's, first feat, he's like, okay, never mind, I'm not playing For Honor. That's fine. Let him do that. Here's the thing. Everyone asks me, what do I think about Zany? I don't really have any thoughts on Zany. I didn't watch a whole lot of his videos when I was getting into For Honor. I know he's entertaining. I know he's well liked in the gaming community. He wasn't my favorite gaming content creator. I don't have anything against the guy. I just don't know anything about him. So if he says, yeah, I'm coming back to For Honor, cool. If he says, I'm not coming back to For Honor, okay. Like, it doesn't affect me one way or the other. I don't think, and this is something that I say with, even though I know that I have content creators who watch me like Slanderous and Havoc, it doesn't affect me enjoying the game based on who else plays the game. If I find out, oh my gosh, Russian Badger plays For Honor, what? How the? Like, that isn't going to be, oh, well, definitely For Honor's awesome. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. If I find out that Havoc, Slanderous, Marco Yolo, King Misty, Nova King, King Angelus, all these guys, they all quit For Honor, okay, I'm still going to enjoy it. Like, see, to me, the game should not, a game's fun and enjoyability should not be determined or predicated on what other people think of it. It should be based on what you think of it. Fun is not something someone else can decide for me. It's something I decide for myself. I, for one, think For Honor is fun regardless of what other people say or do with it. You know, I, for one, still have fun with it. My thoughts and my positions are my own. If Havoc says, I don't think this aspect is fun, but I do, well, Havoc is free to think that, even if I disagree with them. I'm not interested in debating what some people call fun and what others don't. So if Zany says, you know what, I'm not coming back because I don't like this first feat, that is his stance to take, and I respect him for it. I just disagree, and I don't need to... I've had people say that. How can you play this game? Even Zany left it. I don't care. I don't care what Zany leaves.
Badger left Rainbow Six, but that has no problem with the player base.
Like, so that is my stance on that. You know, if I had parried that instead of doing a back dodge, that would have been so much smarter. But I'm not smart, so there you go.
My reptilian brain has not evolved to that point yet.
Raven, I've got a joke for you. What is Ultor's favorite snack? I don't know. What is Ultor's favorite snack?
I'm assuming a Baby Ruth. That is what I'm guessing.
It's got to be a Baby Ruth. It's got to be a Baby Ruth. You're right, Lark. It's got to be a Baby Ruth.
What would Ubisoft have to get? Yeah, you said a Baby Ruth.
There we go.
Or a Baddie Ruth.
A Baddie Ruth?
Kinky.
What was the question?
What would Ubisoft have to do to make you stop playing For Honor? Probably disconnect the servers.
Yeah, I think when they finally just say we're done working on this game and we're disconnecting the servers, that's when I'm done.
Even if For Honor 2 comes out, I'm not leaving For Honor 1.
Let's do our fancy. Boop.
Did you hear that Ubisoft will delete your game if your account is inactive? That's...
I don't even watch For Honor YouTubers excluding Raven, and For Honor is my favorite game. Hey, there you go. Oh, shoot. And there you go, you know, like, the reason I made this channel was because I wanted to be a positive For Honor voice. That means I don't necessarily care who else is playing it. I'm glad to have people like Havoc because he, like me, isn't going to let the community like tell him what he should or shouldn't find fun. And Havoc, I actually if you're still here, you may have left, but I really liked what you said about when you were after you saw the trailer for the Ocelotl, you went through the comments, and there were a lot of people saying this game is still active, this game is still alive. They're still updating this game. And you said it perfectly. This game is in the best place it's ever been, but people just don't know about it. That's why Ubisoft really needs to advertise this game. You're right. You're 100% right. I mean, they recently did an ad push for Rainbow Six Siege. Do the same with For Honor. I guarantee people will come back. People will come.
Curiosity. I'll be going, yeah, it's been a while. Let me see what's changed, what's different.
As long as they can expect, as long as they can expect a fair degree of toxicity.
Yeah, we don't want another Overwatch 2 situation. Heavens no.
Yes.
Continuation of Trash City, Seattle. Apparently the homeless camps are firebombing each other there now.
Well, they would.
Homeless gang war. Who would have thunk?
no one wins. They just last a little longer.
As long as Ubisoft doesn't pull a Blizzard by making a sequel in-game only and forcing players to move to it, I'll still be playing and enjoying every second of it.
Oh, Havoc's still here. Yeah, they seem to be pushing advertising for the Ocelotl. Those seems like a lot of big streamers playing it for sponsors last night and today.
And of course, the IGN trailer post too.
Yeah, so they're definitely pushing this new hero. They're definitely pushing Ocelotl. So yeah, I do think that this brought in a large influx. So let's hope they go even harder for the Viking hero. They better. Although I will say this, and I've said this before, Havoc, you might not have heard me say it, but I do mean it. I think it will be very funny when the new Viking hero comes out. I'm willing to bet it's going to be gender locked. I'm looking forward to people saying, why are they female? I'm just so used to that by now.
Because we want some Icelandic women, that's why.
Hey, that Icelandic women are very attractive.
Because the Vikings didn't bring back the ugly ones.
Like, we're not, exactly, you know, when the Vikings win a rating for women, they didn't bring back the ugly ones. Imagine that insult, though. Imagine that insult. You're a regular old Christian guy, like, hanging out, Viking person, we're taking your women, sees your wife and daughters. You know what? You're good. We don't need them. And the woman's like, hey, why don't you take me? Yeah, you know, we're good.
Guys, like, please, no, please, guys, take her.
Like, come on. I'm kind of interested in men now.
I think it's going to be female, too.
That's got to be the biggest insult.
It's like a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged. It's like, hey, what about me? Yeah, you're free to go.
But that's why the Vikings could never raid Japan, because they'd run and go, we're taking your women. He's my son. What? No, this is definitely a girl. I've seen women. This is definitely a woman. That's my son. Looks under the, oh my gosh. Like,
Viking sees Genshin Impact. It's like, we're taking your daughter. That's a boy. Really?
Are you sure?
And then they discovered Thailand, and then everything got messed. That's why they really quit. Thailand just threw them off.
Oh my gosh.
Hey Raven, would you ever play TF2?
Maybe. I'm not as good at those battle royale games where it's all shooting.
It's not a battle royale game.
Well, it's not?
No, there's several different game modes. You've played it before.
It's been a long time.
Yes, I know you were in college when it happened, but still. Vikings in Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. Sees ugly wife, Viking. Back to the ship!
Back to the ship! We're done here!
I don't care who, Jay or Hannah, I have a new commission for you.
Actually, Hannah told me tonight that she's done taking commissions. She wants to do art that she enjoys more, and she doesn't always enjoy doing commissions. And since she makes enough money doing her regular job, it's not as big a deal. Jay will always do commissions because that is his job.
I have a commission for Jay.
It's only gay if the socks come off.
TF2 has a sniper bot problem though? Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh, we got a pirate on our team?
Yarr.
I didn't even notice.
No, TF2 is a class-based shooter. Better compared to Overwatch or Battleborn than Battle Royale. Yeah.
But Overwatch to me is cancer.
Yes, but this was what Overwatch tried to base off of and failed miserably.
Overwatch.
Because Overwatch basically tried to make a serious Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, but the problem I have with Overwatch is they're cancer.
Exactly. But TF2 is basically Looney Tunes, the shooter. Because, honestly, I don't even play TF2 a lot, but the lore for TF2 is just so entertaining. Medic is the best class in TF2. I mained Medic. Because I know I'm worthless as every other class, but at least I can heal everybody else.
I'm super tired, so I'm going to head to sleep. Nice chatting with you guys. Have a great stream, and
speak to you soon, man.
Speak to you soon. Yeah, have it. Get some sleep. I know it's late for you over there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Always fun to have you, man. Take care, dude. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Havoc. Don't forget to subscribe to him if you have not. An absolute baller, For Honor content creator, way better than me in almost every respect. One of the best Warden players I've ever seen. And the fact that he played Ruth was awesome.
And I got sick of some boys commissioning ideas of cat girls and 40k Imperium of man soldiers LNAF. Probably.
Again, guys, I'll say again, go subscribe to Havoc if you haven't already, and thank you, Havoc. You're the best. We will be in touch because we got to do some Ocelotl gameplay.
I actually saw an artist on Twitter who was like, hey, I'm an artist and I will do commissions. Ask me any questions if you'd like. And someone's like, what's the weirdest thing you've been asked to draw? And he just sent him like that thing from Modern Warfare of like ghosts just staring daggers at him. Like I have seen horrors. I've seen unspeakable horrors and I know pain.
It's time for the question of the day. In 3D. What do you think of Ocelotl so far? He's awesome.
For more details, rewind the stream. I'm sorry, this is like the 8th time.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. What time we got? Oh, we got time for one more after this.
One more?
One. Well, I mean, we're playing a new hero. We can at least do one more stream. I mean, one more match.
Yes. You stop this, start another stream entirely.
And we still got the Mass Effect stream tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. A Viking needs a Japanese woman, but she's actually a spider monster and devours him.
For Valhalla.
I have a new story idea for you, Raven.
That would work.
Because, like, brings her on the ship, she turns into a giant spider, and he's just like, alright! Looney Tunes the Shooter, I've never heard TF2 described like that before, but I agree, TF2 does have its serious moments, but it's so silly that taking TF2 completely serious is nigh impossible. I'm sorry, but when your Australian sniper is actually from New Zealand, but actually from like an Atlantis-style city, you can't expect me to take much seriously.
Raven, do you recommend people pick up Ocelotl? I do. I do recommend you get him. Now, someone on Discord asked me if they should pay money for him now or wait till he comes out. I can't answer that.
You know your financials better than we do. You know what you're willing to sacrifice money on more than we do.
Exactly. I can't tell you how to spend your money.
If
I could, I would say, why buy Ocelotl when you could support me? I have Patreon, I have Teespring, and you can always super chat. But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to just imply it.
Spider-Woman, you are a fool for bringing me on your ship, Viking. I'm still not seeing a downside to this lance.
Spin-off Medieval Knight marries a Japanese kitsune is unable to decide whether or not to exercise her.
Just sitting there debating. It's like the priest.
Well, it depends. How good of a cook is she? Because that. Hey, y'all, that's the ultimate cliche in most rom-coms and anime. The main girl is always a terrible cook.
Yes, but can you imagine that talking to like father? I have concerns that my wife is a fox. Well, good for you, man. Not what I meant, but okay.
Only in Japan could you straight up say, "Yeah, my wife is a fox," and people go, "Oh, okay, it's neat."
Well, no, like foxy sort of thing.
Foxy.
Viking Raven in England. We've come for your women and your food, sees English women. We've come for your food and to steal your stuff. Actually, it's a fun fact because Icelandic, like they tested like Icelandic's like DNA, and a lot of the female DNA, or rather the matriarchal DNA, like the mothers can be traced back to England, where the fathers can be traced back to Scandinavia. So they actually did take some English women.
More than likely. What's that Jung Jun doing out there? No, that's not Jung Jun, that's Griffin. Griffin, what are you doing out there, bro?
His best.
He's gonna die. He's too far away. He just died.
My time has come.
My time has come.
Did you see Aztec minions running around with beards, though? Hey, they've been working hard on them, okay? The Vikings would probably pass out from heat because how much they were blushing after seeing a Japanese woman. Oh gosh, can you imagine going like to China, like considering like the Chinese like a whole bunch of harems, how trained they were for that stuff? Reminds me of CK2. Yes, we know about Netflix's live-action make of One Piece.
Yes, we know about it. We've talked about it.
We'll make 2 videos on it. We're skeptical.
My thought on it is this: it doesn't look like cancer, but I don't want to approve it yet.
I wish we had the minions amount of armor. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, what I wish we could do as well is I wish you could customize minions.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like you're the minions that are fighting for you are like an amalgamation of everything you like, everybody on your team. That'd be fun.
All right, we got time for one more match, and then that is all for tonight. And it was an all Ocelotl night.
Hey, Raven, what if the Vikings went to 1900s America?
They wouldn't be around that.
Confused.
They'd be very confused by it.
It's like, we've come for your stuff. Everyone pulls out a gun. Are you sure? We'll go somewhere else.
That's a good plan. Oh, I didn't get to read the other order, did I? Mixcoatl stood on the beach. Oh, that's what I read earlier when he shed a single tear. Like,
Apparently the most noble and high regarded aspects were the shorn ones and had shaved heads and faces.
Still researching. Ugh. More tired than I thought. Raven, is it possible for a minion to go into retirement? No, because they always die 2 days before retirement.
The minion signing up. All right. So now that I'm a minion, what's my retirement plan like?
Retirement plan? Retirement? What are you talking? Raven looks at live action One Piece. Raven, you stay over there. Okay, here's the thing. When I saw the new trailer, I was like, okay, there's some stuff here that looks pretty good. But at the same time, I don't want to say it's good or bad yet, because I have so little faith in live action anime. I have so little faith in it. And here's what I hate. Everyone keeps saying, oh, dude, Oda gave his seal of approval. That's nice, but at the same time, it doesn't mean as much as you think it means. Because people can give their seal of approval to things all the time, and it still turns out bad. See, that's the thing. And then there's the fact that it's 8 episodes long. And you're going from the introduction of Luffy all the way to Arlong. That is an incredible amount of time to squeeze into 8 episodes.
Yeah, and let's see. I got a clothing design class in school. Could it help with video game concept art as a career? It's possible. I'm not sure there's a specific degree they look for with that, but I think you can just if you can sketch your designs and you can put forward stuff, I think you could be good on a concept artist. But you'd have to work with the company.
So here's the thing. Here's what I have to say about the One Piece thing. Here's all I'll say about it. I hope it's good. I hope it's at least passable. And I hope that the people who are excited for it get out of it exactly what they want. As for me, whether it is good or whether it is bad, I have the manga and I have the anime. And I'm happy with those. That is all I have to say on the matter. Will I watch the live action? I'll check it out, see if it's any good. And if it's good, I will gladly say, it's fine. I'm okay with it. But if it's not good, expect me to come out in condemnation. Our Netflix shows usually 40 minutes to an hour long. If they're an hour long, then that means that they are the equivalent of 2 One Piece anime episodes.
Yeah, but also in the most recent trailer, it looked like they had some of the fishermen showing up at the Varantier. So I think they might be squeezing some stuff.
They're probably going to squeeze some stuff.
I don't want to be the guy that singers goes to female-centric classes, not to be sexist. It's just bound to happen. It's not funny. Zoolander way.
What?
And I'm not. He's asking more about questions about becoming a concept artist. I don't know enough about how to get hired as a concept artist.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that.
I mean, I'd say go for it and just investigate and see what it takes to be with it. If you think, because I don't see why the skills you would learn in designing costumes and stuff or in clothing wouldn't transfer over into designing art.
Raven, who's your favorite character from Overwatch? The straight one.
They got rid of him. Next one.
The not gay one.
Yeah, they got rid of that one too.
The one who's married to a wife and he is a male.
Yeah, we got rid of him too.
Okay, what about the girl who's married to a husband and she's a female?
Oh, we got rid of her as well.
Yeah, okay, then no, I don't have a favorite. I find most of them reprehensible individuals.
The gorilla's cool.
The gorilla's cool, but then again, he is Harambe's cousin.
Harambe dies for your sins. Oh gosh, we got to peek underneath. There's a straight character in Overwatch. No, not anymore.
I don't think there is one anymore.
What about Roadhog? I love Timon and Pumbaa.
I like Pumbaa. He was cool. Pumbaa was a cool character.
I was disappointed that Death Whistle isn't free. I'm disappointed that Death Whistle doesn't sound like a death whistle. Heavy from TF2, but that's TF2.
That's TF2. We were asked about our favorite character from Overwatch.
Droborn, you mean? Never heard of him.
Let me tell you what bothers me about Overwatch. Because someone's going to come after me and go, "You homophobic bigot." And I'm going to say this. I didn't like Overwatch initially. Before all this nonsense, I didn't like it initially. I'll tell you why. I didn't like it because the trailers sold me a game that was heavy story focused, had this really gripping set of character drama that I was really fascinated by. I was really interested to see what they do. And nothing ever came of it. The game was just a big old battle royale, shoot for the fences, fight over and over again, respawn and keep going kind of game. There was nothing focused on the characters or the story or what they were trying to build up. So it felt like robbery. And then they announced Overwatch 2, which they said, oh no, this one's actually going to have a single player mode and there's going to be story and campaign. I was like, oh, that's cool. Turns out they squandered that. They shat on that. It's just another game with more characters. They tricked people into buying something that wasn't going to deliver. And I said, oh, well, what are you doing differently with this game? We're upping our ESG scores. And to that I say, screw you. Bro, you're trash at For Honor and YouTube.
That's great, buddy.
That's, okay, cool. If you've got a real criticism, I'd love to hear it, but, okay. Wait, how many subs do you have? By my count, one who is trash at YouTube wouldn't have more than, say, 100 subs. I've got, what, 31.6K. I'd say.
Man, really came into a stream just to throw crap and run, huh?
Man jumped into a stream to throw shit and then run before it got thrown back at him.
Like, did we kill him in one of the meetings today or something?
Did we kill him in a previous match?
It's like, bro, you're trash at For Honor. Never claimed otherwise. And at YouTube.
Otherwise. My number of subs would say otherwise.
Like I said, okay, scream into this mic like you're in a horror movie. I wish Ocelotl had a better snake outfit though. Yeah, maybe he'll get like.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his snake
look.
look.
A mythic outfit for like Quetzalcoatl or something. That'd be cool.
Ah, crap! No, no. Better go heal up.
Roadhog's name is Mako Rutledge. He becomes the Rutledge clan.
What a name for Roadhog. But you know what, Mark, I'll say this. I'm glad he showed up to throw shit and run. It means that I'm getting a hater, and having haters means that I'm making tracks as a YouTuber.
But now we are internet famous, truly. You know what? Maybe we were crap at YouTube, but now you've completed the set. We have a hater, everything is complete. Dang, I only got 36 subs. Does this mean I'm trash? No, Mal. You are perfect in all.
Mal, you are incredible in every respect.
Don't ever discount yourself like that, man.
But I just think that's funny. Like you're trash at YouTube. That's adorable. You think you're a threat. Well, what I love is if you actually thought he was a threat to me, why didn't he stick around and keep going? Why didn't he count? No, you're trash at everything. Runs away. Oh.
He ding dong ditched to YouTube.
You're trash. Runs away. I may be trash, but I'm not a coward.
Bye. Have fun. I have 22 subs, but no video. Yeah, you can have
Now I'm not making fun of you guys for not. I'm not making fun of you guys who have low sub count. I'm making fun of this guy for shouting at me that I'm trash at YouTube when I guarantee if I were to check his YouTube channel, he would have maybe 5 subs.
Let's see the magic.
Oh, you're gonna check it out?
I'm curious. 1 subscriber.
1 subscriber, and I'll bet it's his mother.
Please, his mother has better taste.
Even his mom has better taste.
Sweetie, I can't condone this. Don't do it. Anyone else grinded for the Ocelotl and the Elite outfit? We're grinding with him, but we're just doing it for funsies. A coward dies 1,000 deaths because he keeps getting shot in the back, or however the saying goes.
Someone insulted Raven? Yeah, someone hopped onto the chat literally just to say that you're trash at YouTube and trash at For Honor, and then scrammed before he could eat his words. So, yep, I got a hater in chat, boys. But I would say let him have it, but he's already gone. So
well, nah, he's you don't need to pay him any attention.
Oh no, I'm not saying go after him. I'm just saying if he'd stayed in chat, y'all could have told him what for. But
or we could have discussed with him like, now please tell us, where does this come from?
Have any plans for Star Wars for future content, Raven and Lark?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Ubisoft is eventually going to release like that Star Wars open world game. I'm curious to see how that turns out. I'm legitimately curious.
But yeah, don't let this guy eat you up. I just think it's funny.
Yeah. And guys, seriously, just because you don't have a high subs count, that doesn't mean anything in terms of YouTube. We were just using that because...
We were using that because I guarantee... Because his insult was that I'm trash at YouTube,
like,
and that's not something...
He has no videos. He has 1 subscriber. So it's kind of like, by what metric are you judging this? Like, why? And also, it takes an awful lot to make someone jump out on top, to stop what they're doing in their day, to jump onto another person's stream, talk smack, and then leave. Like, what we got? I'm curious. What did we say or do that pissed him off to this point?
Congratulations, Raven, on getting your first hater. Oh no, I've got haters already. In fact, y'all can't see it, but on my YouTube studio, I'm capable of seeing the percentage ratio of likes to dislikes on videos. Almost every video I have, I will get at least 2 dislikes. So there's at least 2 people who go after my videos specifically to dislike. So I've got haters, and I've also got people who just hate me in principle. Like, because I've had people who will comment on me just to tell me I'm trash. Like, so I've got more haters. This is just the first one to show up in a chat for a while.
Yep. Yeah, we've also previously had LED cultists that have come by to tell us that, like, we aren't actually saved. And we're like, okay, please explain how. I can't do that. I have to do dishes.
Yep.
Like, noted.
Oh, he was butthurt about my Overwatch 2 opinion? Oh. Maybe that's why he said what he did. Because he's a fan of Overwatch and didn't like me trashing it. Well, I'll tell you what. If it wasn't a trash game, I wouldn't talk trash about it. But that's not For Honor's fault, my fault, or YouTube's fault. So I don't know why you insulted those. Didn't you have a guy show up and start preaching to chat last week?
Yeah, he wasn't a hater. He was just... I've seen that in several things where they just start popping up and they start like you guys need to repent, but God's like, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't think you're going to have the desired effect you think. I'm not going to stop them, but at the same time, I'm not going to say you're doing a good job. I'm going to say you may want to think about your approach. There's a great book. There's a great book on how to do that. It's called Tactics by Greg Cool. It's a good way on how to talk to people about it.
For sure.
Indeed, very strange. I wish he stayed on the stream. I wanted to rule his whole way of life. Nah, he's already. I think the fact that he resorted to doing that is the fact that his life isn't going exactly great in the first place.
Yeah, that's why he did it. He did it because he's unhappy with his predicament and he wanted to lash out.
Hoping he feels better. He's probably going through a rough patch.
Maybe he is. Maybe we should pray for him.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. This guy needs help. Don't be mad. Pray for him. If you're the praying type. Raven, I enjoy you much, and I enjoy my own channel. You got me really interested in the lore. Ah, thank you. You've been complimented.
Oh, what's that? Raven, he stayed a while, but he didn't say anything else after that first comment. Oh, really? So he stuck around?
How can you tell? He didn't.
How can you tell that? But even if he did, okay, he ran with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, he still needs some prayer.
He needs prayer. He needs prayer.
Pray for your haters because no one else will.
True enough. All right, let's pull out. We only played 1 hero today, so let's see what we got for Ocelotl. And did he get? He's level 15. We got him further up there. I'll need to keep working.
I'm sorry, but that Jaguar head here is still my favorite.
Yeah, it is. Like his Jaguar look is my favorite so far.
GG, good playing with you for 2 games, lol.
Hey,
Russell.
Russell, thank you.
Is it Russell or Brussels?
Brussels. Oh, it's
He left 15 minutes after he first said something. I didn't see if he had said anything.
I couldn't tell.
Did I miss something that he said? I'm curious. I'm checking now.
I must have missed it.
It won't let me scroll up that far. Curse was foiled again. Aaron, do you wish the new guy kind of played like Shaman, kind of more animalistic? I mean,
I don't mind how he goes now.
I've told this to Raven. This is my thought. Shaman is Unga Boonga, but our boy Ocelotl here is I Unga, therefore I Boonga.
Path to Tenochtitlan.
No. You can't call it the Path to Tenochtitlan. It's the road to El Dorado.
El Dorado.
El
Dorado. El Dorado. Yeah.
Thoughts on Ardlings? I don't know enough about them. I'd have to look into them, Jedi. Also, is the only hero that I've kept the default look so far. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I mean, my Aphira is still the default look, but
for the mostly.
For the most part.
Because that helmet be. Hey Raven Alert, what do you think of my D&D character? He's a spirit as long as you listen. As long as your DM or GM is okay with it, whatever. You find no more between.
No Chell Ocelotl. You're right. We needed a Chell Ocelotl.
Can we unlock Jim?
I mean, let's be honest. If he's going to go shirtless through most of his cosmetics, we need a Chell. Okay.
And angels and demons inhibiting his whole suit of armor. Yeah, but the workout that's fine concept. Just make sure you clear everything with your GM to make sure that it's not too crazy, or rather, it's not overpowered. I should say. El Dorado is real, except it's made of cheese and it's in the States. Wisconsin is El Dorado?
Hey!
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. The things you learn.
So efficiency is brought up and executions graded. How efficient would you say the Ocelotl gameplay combat is?
It's not very efficient. Judging from the way he fights, I would say it's way too telegraphed. In most cases, especially his zones and heavies, they're way too easy to predict and way too wide. Any good fighter would know what he's doing before he does it. So I would say, yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
Oh no, it's the cheese balls that span across the 38 states. Shh, it's a secret. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about the cheese balls.
Kind of reminds me of Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat. Well, they're drawing from the same source material there.
Yeah. Raven, I looked at Matt Nasty comment on my comment on one of your videos when I gave praise.
Oh, so he's a dedicated guy.
So he's a dedicated hater. So this didn't start tonight. This has started for a while. So he's the kind of guy who runs in, throws shade, and then runs away. Yeah, it sounds about right. Would you say his weapons realistically would be good against chainmail or steel armor?
Considering it's a
decent against chainmail, the McQueedle anyway. Well, I mean, if it caught on the ring mail and ripped, maybe
the obsidian would break. The thing is with the way you would use the McQueedle, it would probably after repeated strikes you still might break bones through the chainmail, but odds are you're not going to be cutting through it.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if you were to ask me who is the weakest historically, you're looking at him. I'm sorry, this guy wouldn't hold up well against most of these warriors. For one thing, the knights are sporting way better weapons and armor. The samurai are sporting better weapons and armor. The Wulin are sporting better weapons and armor. The Aphira has better armor, and most of the Vikings have better armor. The Shaman he might stand a chance against, and even the Magi he might stand a chance against, but that's still questionable. So,
indeed.
Hey Raven, would you do an updated executions graded? Maybe if I felt like it, but I got a lot of other stuff I want to do.
I will admit I do like the look of Ocelotl's primary weapon. His secondary looks a little bland though.
Oh, his spear?
It's for the most part historical, but the problem is you wouldn't be dual wielding it like he is.
Right. Any other questions before we go for the night?
Also, is his jump in the lethal pounce execution realistic? The look of the jump kind of bothers me because of how short the run is to start it.
I would need to see, hold on, let's take a look at his executions, because that's a good question. I need to see it again. My big problem here is he throws his McQueedle. It doesn't look too bad.
No.
The height's not bad.
Yeah, the jump isn't the problem with the execution.
Well, let's see it from the other perspective. It's not that high. It's not that bad. I've seen it.
It might have been that if you ever did it on a stairs or was done on stairs, it might have messed with it a little bit. But as a baseline, no, I think it's fine. I don't think that's unfeasible. The throwing of the McQueedle is what I take issue with.
This is the one I don't like.
Yes, we just pulled him up and suspended him in midair.
That's ridiculous.
He's an NBA player.
This one's okay. I don't like that it cuts off the head so easily. Like it just catches and then he just tweaks it off. Look.
Hey, Raven, long ago there's a TF2 voice actor who passed away. His name was Rick and he voiced the soldier. Yeah, we know about it.
Yeah, we heard about that.
I actually may have downloaded his voice to be used in robots for my Fallout 4 stuff. Don't judge me. Soldier makes a good corn bot. Halo negative 30% forge gravity.
Hey, Ravenlord, do you hope he gets bleed later on? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
He's one of the few heroes who I would say needs
bleed. It's odd that he didn't get it.
This is still our favorite.
Obsidian can punch clean through plate armor, right? Yeah, but it do like Halo's dart shouldn't be going through plate armor neither. Hey Raven, why doesn't Shaman go to school? Because she kept getting picked on. I see what you did there.
Actually, you know what, I'm curious. Can we change his skin color to white? Oh my gosh, we can! Dude, we can make him a pasty Aztec. Look at that. Oh, but then when you go here, he's right back into the black territory.
Huh.
But we can make a pasty Aztec. Who would have thought?
No. Go down.
Okay.
Go down. Regular? No. Go to the default.
Yeah.
Spicy salsa? Please order mild.
Spicy? Please order mild. And what's this?
Mighty Whitey mode activity. And what is that?
If this is spicy, please order mild. What's this one?
Could go either way, honestly.
It could.
Dances with Aztec. It's hilarious that if the Aztecs shot a bunch of darts and knights, just the knights went, "You done now?"
Yeah, I'll be honest. It is a joke to even compare an Aztec to someone like the Lawbringer.
In terms of armor.
In terms of armor and weapon, it's like, hi. Like, bring it.
Wow, this is too spicy. Yeah, you're probably right, Silver.
Like, honestly, if I pit... The Aztec would probably stand a chance against Medjai, Shaolin, Kyoshin, Shinobi, Shaman, and Gladiator.
And Berserker too, I think.
And maybe Berserker. Okay, fair. Maybe Berserker. But everyone else... also maybe Jormungandr. But everyone else...
If they can rush the pirate.
But the pirate has a gun, and if we're talking historically...
I know, but there were a few conquistadors that did get captured, so...
I suppose, but still, I think it's a hard sell.
Oh, Nusha too.
Oh, and Nusha, yeah. But everyone else, I'm sorry, he doesn't stand a ghost of a chance.
Knights, that tickle. That tickles.
Oh, wait, a raider with his chest out? This raider, yes, but like actual Viking and history wearing chainmail or gambeson, they'd have a hard time.
Why you got bones on your armor?
Anyway, last minute questions before we go, because it's late. And I'm tired.
Never saw an Aztec hero coming, but not complaining. I wanted him and Gladiator for a long time. Now we have both. Raider is bare-chested.
Bear!
I want that bear.
Anyway, yeah, the Aztec, I knew we would get one eventually, and I'm satisfied with what we got. All right, so I think that's it, unless we got anything else.
I think that's it.
All right, well, tonight has been a crazy night. We played a whole lot of, what's this? Did you hear that we'll delete your game?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Anyway, tonight was a crazy night. We had a lot of fun playing the Ocelotl. We had some really fun games, some really cringe games. Got to do a lot in Breach. We had Havoc show up and talk for a bit. That was very fun. We had Hannah show up and talk for a bit. That was fun. Just all around a fun night. And I will say this about Ocelotl. I'm enjoying him. Seems like a fun character. Does he need some tweaks? Yes. Does he need a few updates? I would say so. But is he as bad as people are making out to be? No, I wouldn't say so. And the other best part of the night is we got a hater to show up. Hey! But guys, seriously, never let the haters bring you down. Pray for him, because he needs it. We're working on the August update video. That'll be coming out soon. And I'm working on a Legends video for Nibbles. And, yes, there's more. I'm working on the next Rainbow Six and Dead by Daylight video. There's a lot coming, guys. Really looking forward to it. You'll hear all about it in the August update video coming out next week. And as always, guys, I will see you in my next video. Take care.
Have a good one, fellas.